Hello everybody, welcome back to Barrel's Garage. What do we got going on today? Well, we're going to play with the Giggle juice today. Alright, so where are we at? You can see I got the tank clear full of water. And what I've done is I've added 1 cup of baking soda to every 5 gallons of water. Now I know it's a 25-gallon tank, so 5 divided by 25 is 5. About 5 cups of baking soda that's in here now. And I've gone in there and I've shaken it all up, stirred it all up. So let's get into the pudding of all of this. What I've done here is I found a steel rod. And I stripped her down to bare metal, which is flash rusting like crazy here, but it'll still work. All it is, I don't know what that is, about a 1/2 inch rod. And then I found some heater hose. I put it on the bottom, and you see I left it hollow here. So it's only about that far in, and there was an old nut on there, so I just left it on there for a stopper on it. This will act as an insulator. So when I drop it down into the tank like this, it will insulate itself from the bottom. Then I stuck another one on here and wrapped it with some electrical tape. This is my insulator against the tank. So let's go ahead and drop her in. Now I got the tank all nice and leveled here. So all it needs is my anode right there. So now you see here I got my anode dropped in. All I got to do is hook my battery charger. Old style battery charger, no automatic. Now I know that electricity travels from negative, so we'll ground it to the tank. Positive, just like that. Now, all we got to do is turn the battery charger on and let it go. Just let it eat away this steel rod. Now, as you're doing this, it creates, well, I better move this over here. It'll create an electrical charge from the rod to the tank itself. As it's doing that, it'll pull the rust from the inside of the tank and attach it to the positive side here. That's what the baking soda does. It kind of gives a path that the electricity can take through the water, and rust is still iron, so it'll electrically charge the rust individually, pull it away from the metal inside of the tank, and suck it over to the rod here and attach it to it. So what's going to happen is this is going to hyper rust, and it's going to pull the rust from the metal on the tank. But as it's doing it, it's going to create hydrogen gas. So when this starts bubbling, that's hydrogen. So be very careful doing this. Make sure you're open here, you're well insulated, because one spark, boom, you got the Hindenburg. But also for all of the environmentalists out there worried about the fumes that are coming off of it, it's hydrogen. Once it gets up into the atmosphere, it boogies. I mean, it boogies up. There's nothing lighter on Earth than hydrogen. And once it goes up, well, it attaches itself immediately as fast as it can, because it's the most reactive element we have to oxygen. 2 oxygens, 1 hydrogen makes water. So the only thing that's coming off of here that's going to be flammable is hydrogen in the raw form. Then it'll connect with oxygen and become water, and then it'll rain pure water. So you don't have to worry too much about chemicals and all of that stuff. Just make sure that any kind of your electrical and everything is below this point, because hydrogen can't get down here, and if it does in the wind, it'll be so diluted it won't explode. But right here, as it's coming off in bubbles, or if it gets trapped into these pockets or anywhere, it's very volatile. Once it gets condensed, that's when trouble happens. So if you're going to try this, like I said, make sure your rod does not spark out or ground out here, because it'll ignite those hydrogen atoms, and kablooey, you got yourself a Hindenburg. So here we go, let's start the process. That's enough hillbilly science for one. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this. Now I got it on set on 12 volt, 6 amp. There we go, she's cooking. And you can see the bubbles start immediately. See them forming around there? It's already starting to do its job. Now we'll just let her go. You can see there's a big one there. I'll let it go for probably a day, two, maybe just a day. I don't have a lot of rust in there, so I'm not really too awfully worried about it. But there we go. We'll set it and forget it, unless you want to sit here and watch the rust boil up out of there. And in about 6 hours, I'll come over and check it. Now, when you check it though, make sure you unplug it. Unplug it. Turn the battery charger completely off. Kill all electrical charge to it. You don't want anything, any sparks around that, because yeah, she'll light up and explode like the Hindenburg. Anyway, there she goes, and you can see hillbilly science in motion. She's going for it. So that'll do it up for this episode of Barrow's Garage and the fuel tank restoration on this 1968 Mercury Park Lane. Plan B for the No Name Nationals is coming September 30th and October 1st. Also, you can still see a little bit of the Fairlane back there hiding in the garage. As soon as I get parts in for it, I'm going to jump right back on it. I haven't given up on it, but with John's clock, John Wilburn, that little orange paper he's got in the background there, with that constantly clicking down, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time on to get on the Fairlane. But this car, it doesn't need a whole heck of a lot, so you're going to see me focusing a little more on the Mercury and a little less on the Fairlane for right now, because I can have the Mercury done in no time and ready to go. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Meantime, get out there and get some metal hot. We'll catch you on the next one.